כביש מספר 6 לדרום עמוס מבאקה ועד...
מה זה?
המשבר בקואליציה?
חיטוט, אירובי, פילאטי.
I think we're online.
איזה message?
Join the movement. We are the underground.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Under the Radar. Your one-stop shop for electronic dance music at Met Media. I'm your host, Jeremy. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Under the Radar. Today, we're sitting down with California producer Babsy. How's it going?
It's going well, man. It's cold out here right now, which is unusual. A little rainy, so very happy about that. I know everyone, are you from Colorado, right?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, so you're used to the rain and the snow. So when we get it out here, we love it, or at least I love it.
Yeah, today was really cold. It was like negative 10 degrees this morning.
Yeah, that's pushing it for me.
Yeah, it's pushing it for us too. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? And was there a reason why you picked the name Babsy for your project?
Yes, I'll give you a little rundown.
All right.
So I grew up in a small town in Ventura County, which is north of Los Angeles. It's called Simi Valley, and live around Simi, Thousand Oaks, Moore Park area. It's called they call it Tri Valley. The reason I came up with Babsy is because when I played football in high school, my coach couldn't say my last name. He kept saying Babineau. It's Babineau. And he finally just started calling me Babs. So then from there, I went to two high schools. So I went to Moore Park High School for ninth grade. And then after that, I transferred to Royal High School in Simi. And I kept all my friends at Moore Park. I was there for a year. So I made a bunch of friends. And I introduced them to my Simi friends, and they brought Babs over to Simi. So then all the kids, all my Simi friends started calling me Babs, and then it turned into Babsy. So I kind of just ran with it. But actually, before Babsy, I went by the name of Moving Mountains. So it was Moving MTNS. So, it was cool for a little bit. I actually, I appreciate that name because it gave me my logo, and I love my logo. I don't know, there's just something about it that's so catchy. So, I took the logo and then changed the name to Babsy, I think last year, and seems to be doing a lot better. So I'm pretty happy about it.
Headaches lately, patience, baby. Quick to say trouble in paradise. say trapper in paradise. Darkness can fall, you said. Darkness can fall, you said. To use the one thing on my mind.
So, how did you get started with music? What drew you to that?
I started playing drums when I was 7, and I got my first drum kit, when I was 7 on Christmas. I'll never forget it. And then from there, I just kept playing. My brother got a guitar too, so we kept jamming. And then around, let's say 14, I think when I was 14, I joined this school in Agora, California called Rock Nation. And essentially what it is, a bunch of kids like myself, we just learned instruments, we're getting better. And they put you in a band, so they'll put you in like a 4 or 5 person band, and they will give you an artist. So they'll be like, for instance, we did Sublime. So depending on how good you were, you got the harder songs. So we would go play little concerts all around town, and they would place you, like I said, however, how well you performed. They would choose like who to put together. So I kind of rolled with that till I think I was 16, and then I was just like, I can't do this anymore. So that's kind of how I started. And I just love for music, man. I mean, I don't know, just feel it inside.
Yeah. So how would you describe your musical style overall?
Oh, I hate this question. Yeah, turning feelings into vibrations.
That's it.
Yeah. I needed something catchy. It sounded cool. No, but yeah, a lot of people ask me this, like, what genre do you make? There's so many different subgenres that it's hard to even give you an answer. I feel like I started with, I don't know if you're familiar with my discography, but like over time, I don't know, I would call it like chill hop lo-fi, but someone would call it something different. So, and like my new stuff, like, is it minimal house? Like I don't know what it is. So, it's hard to put a name to it.
I mean, I just call it chill. So
chill. No, that's totally fine too, because if you go you go to Spotify and you go to their, I think it's called like chill house playlist, the editorial one.
Mm-hmm.
You'll find a lot of songs, like my new stuff on there. So I would call it chill too. I know it's such a basic thing to say, but it's totally just chill.
recently released your debut EP, Dissociation. Would you mind talking a bit about it as well as like some of the songs on it? Like, if we want to start with going down the track list with "I'll Show You."
Yeah, so I chose the title Dissociation because it's kind of something I deal with on the regular, you know. I think ever since I was like 21 or something, I really had an understanding of what anxiety is. Because before that, it was just a word. Oh, I got anxiety. But now it's like, I have, I know what it is now. So it's just something I deal with all the time and constantly, working at and trying to get better. So I ran with it. I've always been wanting to call or name an EP that. So finally had the chance. I finally conquered an EP, which I'm pretty proud of because it's tough. It's tough. You make a song and then you're like, oh, cool. I love this. And then you make another one. You're like, oh, this one's so much better. So, it's such an indecisive thing, especially coming from me, but yeah, I'll show you. Again, just another chill track. It was, I think, one of the first songs that I really kind of sang on, other than Fiending, which was before the EP. I think it was right before the EP. I think I did I'll Show You. I think I did Fiending, I'll Show You, and then the EP. But yeah, I think I expressed myself in that one a little bit more than I normally do. And put myself out there, with the vocals. That was a fun one to make. I feel like that was just one of those songs where I'm like, yeah, this is going to be a good one. If it gets in the right hands, like this is going to be one of those songs, that we're all going to be bumping at summertime or driving in the car at 4 a.m. It just felt right.
I know that we'll make it through this. You feel that my mind's on the fence. And I'll show you love. And I'll show you love. And I'll show you love. And I'll show you. I'll show you love. You feel that my mind's on the fence. And I'll show you love. And I'll show you love. And I'll show you love. And I'll show you. I'll show you love. I'll show you love. I'll show you love.
And then Complicated. Complicated was a fun one. I wrote these chords, made this beat, added these everyone keeps saying dead mouse, these dead mouse plucks, the typical Morgan Page dead mouse plucks that I put in there. And then I had my I sat my girlfriend down. I'm like, hey, can you do something on this and leave the room for a little bit and come back? And this is what she does. So, if it wasn't for her, then the song would be, whatever. So got to give the props to her because she killed it on that one. And she goes by Jean Taylor. I know I've heard Jeannie, I've heard Jeanne, but it's Jean Taylor. is my favorite on the EP. Something about that second drop, my manager tells me all the time, he's like, "You're obsessed with that." I'm like, how could you not be? It's so cool. So that one's fun. That's totally, a track I would love to hear on a big set of speakers somewhere. Coachella, EDC, or something cool. Like, hearing that live would be awesome. Hopefully, or let's just say one day we'll hear it. I actually made that pretty quick, which is cool. It was one of those songs where, you started off and you're like, oh, this is whatever. And then you go to a different track to kind of get some inspo, and then you open that one up the next day and you just start going through it and you're like, wow, this is really flowing right now. What do they call it? The art of flow. I don't know if you've heard that before, but once you're in it, you're just in it, and you look at the time, you're like, wow, I've been here for 4 hours, 5 hours. Like, how did that happen? Never Let You Go is another cool one too. To me, it's a great song. I really love it. I love making it. Another one too where I express my vocals. I sing with All We Need. Actually, this whole EP was a challenge for me because I'm not really a singer. I'm just more of a producer, but it's cool to, throw my vocals on there every once in a while. But now I feel like I have to live up to these expectations of being a singer now. I just did it on 3 songs in a row. I hope everyone digs it. I guess I'll have to figure out how to use auto-tune live one day because I'm sure the hell gonna need it.
from what I've seen, the response has been pretty positive so far. So I think you're doing something right.
Yeah, you know what? That's it's cool you say that too, because I've always wanted to, say it to, all the people, following along in this journey of Babsy and this project, because everyone's been so nice. All the DMs, everyone is so nice. There's a handful of people who are, kind of salty, and it seems to just be other small producers, like myself, who get kind of salty back to the DMs, but everyone is just so kind. Like EDM Twitter is like the kindest place in the world. And I'm so happy that, I found it, and I just can't wait to meet all these people in person one day. Everyone is just seems so great.
Absolutely. As long as you're not in any drama.
Just be a decent person. Don't be stupid. Don't be an idiot. Just be cool, be nice, be happy. Yeah, I do see that. I've seen a lot of that. There's people getting ripped up from all these people on the EDM Twitter. It's pretty funny, but it's a cool thing. Everyone's got each other's back.
So, what does the creative process look like for you when crafting your songs? Because I know you said like with this EP it was a bit different with your vocals. I'm sure it's different from when you first started out.
Are you saying like essentially how would I start a song?
Yeah, like what does starting a song look like for you?
So I work on Ableton, and just so people know what a program or DAW I use. To be honest with you, I really try to start with like chords or find a really cool noise that gives me some inspiration. Being a drummer, I tend to not start with drums because I have an idea of what my drums sound like in my head already. I don't need to lay them down. Mm-hmm. So I kind of run with like maybe an acapella. If I have an acapella, I'm like, oh wow. Or if I hear a song, I'm like, oh wow, I'm gonna try to replicate a few elements of this track, but then make it my own. I found a lot of inspiration through that. But yeah, I would say maybe just for a basic answer, finding a really nice chord progression is probably my first go-to, my first starting item, or a cool sound to find chords with.
I tried to learn how to play the drums. It didn't go beyond 6 weeks, but at the very least, at the very least, it made me appreciate drums a lot more. The first thing I always look in a track.
Gotta have some knocking drums and in a song. Like it's the rhythm, that and the bass. It's the rhythm.
It
of
is
the whole song. So having good drums, it's tough for me too because when I'm doing my mix downs, like I tend to make my drums louder because I feel the drums inside. I'm like, oh no, the kick needs to be louder. Snares need to be louder. It's like, oh wait, I think they're too loud.
So, who are some of your musical influences?
Oh wow. I would have to say my number one influence and what got me into music and really pumped on music is even though I make electronic music, I'll listen to a Zeppelin track every day. They're just to me, not to a lot of other people, but to me they're the GOATs. They're the greatest of all time. I would say Zeppelin. Now we'll go over into the electronic world. I would say Flume. Got to give it up to Flume. The guy's he's a creative genius when it comes to sound design and off drum beats. Just his music's all over the place, but it somehow works, and it always makes you feel good. There's not many Flume songs where you're like, oh, this sucks or this doesn't make me feel right. Like all his songs they make you go to a different place. But I would say Flume, and then another big one of mine. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but his name's Catching Flies.
No, I don't think I have heard of them.
Oh, Catching Flies, look it up. If you're into my music, you'll notice, like if you listen to Catching Flies, you'll see a lot of inspiration from him. Super jazzy kind of drums, electronic music. So he kind of took jazz. You can tell he has a jazz background, just the way he plays and the way he sets his drums up. But yeah, super jazzy electronic music. Really, really love him. I've been listening to him for years. And then I'd say probably my last one would be this guy named Laxity.
Oh yeah, I've heard of them.
Yeah, Laxity's really cool. Another one of those artists too, who's just so creative. Every song he makes is super vibey. He makes the best chord progressions I've ever heard in my life. But actually, to say last, I'd say my brother. I don't want to forget my brother. My brother, it's pretty funny, but he's on. Do you know who Slander is? My brother sings "Love Again."
Oh wow!
Yeah, so
that's impressive.
Yeah, so it feels good, to say my brother's definitely an influence on me and an inspiration to me too. So.
Like nobody loved you. I'm gonna love you like nobody. like nobody love you. I'm gonna love you like nobody love you. I'm gonna love you like nobody love you. Come rain or come shine. I'm gonna love you like nobody love you. I'm gonna love you like nobody love you. I'm gonna love you like nobody love you. Come rain or come shine.
So, turning away from like serious musical questions and that kind of jazz, what are some of your favorite things to do outside of music?
Surfing. Really love surfing. Being a California kid, got Malibu and Ventura right over the hill, 30 minutes from me both ways. So I grew up spending a lot of time in the ocean and really, really, love activities like outdoor activities. So surfing, snowboarding, motocross, all those kind of sports, now it's pickleball. Been on the pickleball grind lately. But yeah, that's probably it. And honestly, just, spending time with my friends and family and, my loved ones.
What are some of the weirdest genres of music that you enjoy listening to? It doesn't have to be genres, it can be artists too.
Someone who listens to the Babsy Project probably wouldn't think that I like listening to Limp Bizkit or like System of a Down. So I don't know. It's not weird, but it's like the most out of pocket genre I could give you right now, other than the stuff I make.
Fair enough.
Or you know what? Who else? Actually, the Mars Volta is probably the weirdest band or the weirdest music I can listen to.
What do you hope to bring to the people that listen to your music?
Happiness. As corny and as cheesy as that sounds, that's all I want. Because I want people to hear my stuff and find some kind of peace with the music, because when I'm making it, the place it's coming from, it's just me finding happiness through music and the way my songs make me feel, and the feeling I'm getting when I'm making these songs. I wish I could, show someone or share with someone to make their day better. So that's kind of the main reason, I do this is one, for myself, it's therapy, but two, in hopes of, helping at least one person out there in this big world.
Are there any dream collaborations that you'd want to do?
I would love to work with Skrillex.
Yeah. Me too.
I would love to work with Skrillex, and I would love it. Another random thing is I would love to get a beat to Drake. That's one of my probably my biggest dream collabs.
Well, I hope you can manage both someday.
Me too. Thank you.
Yeah.
No turning back, no telling why. Missing you is just a lullaby. I'm trying to find some peace of mind, diving deep under the velvet sky. No turning back, no telling why. Missing you is just a lullaby. I'm trying to find some peace of mind, diving deep under the velvet sky. I watch the sun come up. I'm feeling for your love. Keep reaching, don't give up. Let's meet the stars above. I watch the sun come up. I'm feeling for your love. Keep reaching, don't give up. Let's meet the stars above. Turning back, I'm telling why. Missing you is just a lullaby. I'm trying to find some peace of mind, diving deep under the velvet sky. I watch the sun come up. I'm feeling for your love. Keep reaching, don't give up. Let's meet the stars above. I watch the sun come up. I'm feeling for your love. Keep reaching, don't give up. Let's meet the stars above.
Yeah.
Do you have any plans set for future music yet, or is that still up in the air?
I'm trying to put out, I got a couple songs that I really want to put out. And just trying to find the time. We were sticking to a record every month. But I don't know, I'm just trying to get signed here. I'm trying to, as much as I want to keep putting music out, I need to get to that next level of, getting my songs pushed, or else not necessarily a waste on my end, but just more time, of trying to push these songs. My manager and I, just spending more time trying to push these songs. So we're really looking to get signed, and we're in the hopes of getting signed here. So, but other than that, no, yeah, we, of course, the music's gonna keep flowing till then, till that day comes.
Heaven's angels, here we come.
catching fire under the sun. You're my savior, look where we've gone. This kind of love has me too high in the sky right now. So scared, don't wanna fall down. Too scared, don't wanna come down. Your love is pulling me too high in the sky right now. So scared, don't wanna fall down. Too scared, don't wanna come down. Your love is pulling me. So scared, don't wanna fall down. Too scared, don't wanna come down. Your love is calling me, calling me, calling me. Too high in the sky right now. So scared, don't wanna fall down. Too scared, don't wanna come down. Your love is calling me. Too high in the sky right now. So scared, don't wanna fall down. Lord have mercy, what have I done?